This is gonna stink so bad. Woo. And it doesn't look too bad. I've seen a lot worse come out. Hey everybody, we're out here doing some maintenance on the Q50. It's about to hit 100,000. It's at like 94,000 miles. Steve's working on the front end. He's getting oil out. We're also going to do the front diff and the transfer case. But what I'm going to work on while he's up there, that way we can do front and rear of the car. So I'm going to work on the rear diff. That's very easy. Full synthetic 75W90. I like this little, because you don't have to pump or anything. It's real easy. It's basically one socket and a drain pan and 2 plugs. Put this in, you're done. So this could be, it'll probably take me longer to get the car up in the air than it will to do the actual job. But let's get done there and I'll show you what we're working on. The first thing you want to do, obviously, get the car up in the air. Now you can work on this with just the rear of the car up in the air. I would recommend get it level or get the front a little bit higher, because that way it wants to drain down since it's on the bottom. If you have the car level, it's going to drain. If you tilt it like this with just the backup, it's going to pull up in the front of the diff. So you want to either get it level or tip down. That way more gear oil will run out. As you can see, I literally just took a jack to the rear diff, 2 jack stands, and I went to right here on the subframe, right in front of the mounting bushing on the subframe. Just look for your exhaust. Right there, there's a big flat spot, as you can see. Harbor Freight jack stands and pads. These pads are great, I recommend them. I went to right here. You can go right there. However, I went to right here. So I'm 99% sure this is the same diff me and Steve swapped into the Z. Out of a 370Z, I'm pretty sure this is the same diff. It looks same type. You've got your drain plug and your fill plug. Recommendation, of course, is take the fill plug out first, because you don't want to drain it and they might not be able to get your fill plug out. That is a 13/18. I'm sure that's something metric too, but 13/18 fits. That's what I've always used to take them out with. Obviously you got a drain pan. Like I said, I'm going to break the fill one open. That way I know I can put fluid in. It would be bad to drain it and then not be able to get fluid back into it. So this is ridiculously tight, and as you can see, it's a really tight fit between this brace for the subframe and there. But I got it loose, as you can see. What I'm going to do actually is take this out, do it with hands, it's so tight. Then I'm going to take the drain plug out. I've already got the drain plug. I broke both of them loose at the same time. Like I said, do the top one first, then I went and did the bottom one. I'm going to go ahead and pull the bottom one out.
Eddie, where's your oil drain plug on this motor?
Right there in that hole, Steve.
The same hole, the drain plug?
No, come back. Right there, that hole.
Oh, okay.
Steve's up there working on the oil, so let's see. Get this guy out. This is gonna stink so bad. Woo. And it doesn't look too bad. I've seen a lot worse come out. The big thing on gear oil, especially on diffs, is it smells. Ooh. Now I'll show y'all something here. This is a magnetic drain plug. All the metal shavings and stuff comes off of it, sticks to it. So take your paper towel, shop towel, whatever you use, wipe it off. Ugh. Yeah. Probably a good idea to hit it with a little bit of brake clean before you put it back in too, just to be safe. Make sure it is clean. Also, it has an O-ring. Make sure the O-ring comes with it. I have dropped it in the oil before. So we're gonna let that drain. I'm gonna go ahead while it's draining, take the fill plug out. Open up my bag of Valvoline oil, 75W94 synthetic. And then we'll go from there. That's what it should look like when it's clean. No gunk, no nothing. Something I want to show you all, pay attention to. Fill plug, drain plug. Don't get them mixed up. They are the same size externally, but internally there's a big difference. Okay, so we got the drain plug back in. We'll tighten it down. I got started by hand. That way it wasn't cross-threading. And we will tighten it down, and then we'll start putting fluid in. Okay, now this is going to be kind of a challenge here because, yeah, having to get it lined up in here because there's a bracket.
Take a pump.
Yeah, I got a pump too, but I'd rather not use the pump. Let me see what I can do here. What kind of mess I can make. Because this bracket right here is what's in the way. So unfortunately, with the way this bag was designed and this bracket, when you put the bag in there and squeeze the bag to get fluid in, it wasn't going in straight, it was going up, and it was actually just hitting the top of the diff, I guess, and running back out. It wasn't putting any in. So I've had to go to the pump. Oh, there it is. All right, as you can see, it's starting to overflow right there. That means it is full. Let me put one more pump in it just to make sure. Yep, it is full. So one more filler back out. Take it out of the way. Okay, so as you can see, guys and gals, it is dripping out. So I'm going to shove the fill plug, which I made sure I had my O-ring on, back in. Start it by hand. Okay. And we'll snug it back down. Now that one's done, we'll take what little bit of fluid we got left. Make sure the bottom is still tight. Boop. Tighten up the top. Tighten up the fill plug. Okay, rear diff's done, oil's done, and probably in about 15 minutes the front diff will be done. So that's all there was changing the rear diff. This is easy. 2 quarts of oil, Allen key, and drain pan, and you're good. This could be like a 30-minute job. Am I recording?